Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Mass Music Morning Show. My name is Jake, Mr. Dr. J Liberty. Remember that. I'm joined in the studio by the CEO, Shlomo Bo, and DJ, Famous Seamus. We're going to be talking about crazy Uber stories today. Don't want to miss this one. We'd love to hear yours, so stay tuned.
Perfect. Oh, introduce Chris, too.
Word. Oh, Chris, you're in this one?
Well, no, just like...
Oh, the morning mix, right. But first... here's DJ Chris Cross with the Morning Mix. Chris, take it away.
Perfect. All right, let's do it.
Good to go?
Yeah.
Welcome back to the Mass Music Morning Show. I am Jake Liberty. Today we're going to be talking about crazy Uber stories. I'm sure you've got some wild ones. We definitely have some wild ones. I see some smirks around the table. So, let's hear it. Shlomo, you seem eager to tell your story. You got a good one?
Yeah. So I used to, when I lived in California, I would go to my cousin's place in Burbank, and I lived in Northridge. So it's about 25, 30 minutes away, right? And I would always Uber there and then Uber back. And this one particular time, I'm about to leave, you know what I'm saying? I'm in the foyer, I'm hanging with my cousins, and, you know, I get the notification, your driver's on the way, and then it says, alert, your driver is deaf and maybe like hard of hearing, and then it's something like that, or like, you know, it's not blind, but it was like hard of hearing. And I'm like, oh, like, I'd never seen the note. I'm like, oh, all right, that's fine, whatever. Picks me up, and I kind of wanted to test the waters. Like, you know, I was like, wait, I waited.
Guy's really
well,
deaf.
no, I'm waiting, right? We're driving, and I asked a question from the back. I can't remember what it was. It was mainly like, oh, somebody get raining or something.
Whisper it.
No, I said it pretty loud, and then like he pulls the car over, like to the side of the road, turns all the way around, and just goes, "What did you say?" And I just made like a little side comment. So I'm like, all right. So I was like, we kept going, right? We hop on the freeway, and for whatever reason, this guy is doing like 45 in like the like middle lane. Mind you, in LA, they're actually not the middle, like closest to the left, not the fast lane, but the second one. There's like 6 lanes. So we're getting past, right? And then I hear like, right? I look behind us, bro. It's like GTA speed racers. There's like 4 Audis. I'm talking like there's a street race going, and they zip by us, right? And he gets mad scared. I get mad scared because like I'm like, dude, we're gonna get absolutely bundled, rear-ended, and it was just so like frightening, bro. I can never forget that shit. We made it there safe, right? And that wasn't the first time that I had a fucking horrible experience from my cousins back to my place. I'll tell another one, right? Real quick. That was bad, but this is the worst. Really? So I get picked up. It's a pool. I was broke, so I'm all right, yo, I'll take the pool. So we're riding home. We go to Studio City, and this lady, she's talking my ear off, right? She's mad weird. Like, she's mad weird with it, right? She's complaining because the last person who was a passenger, apparently, like, it was a dude, and, like, he was fighting with his girlfriend and, like, turned on her and, like, was yelling at her. She had to, like, drop him off. It was just chaos, right, when I got in the car.
Yeah.
So that's that. And then we go, and we're driving along, and it's, like, you know, it's 30-minute trips. So as we're going, she gets bing. It's like, all right, we get off the highway. And right when we get close to, like, I can see on her phone on the dashboard, we get maybe like 2 blocks from the thing, it gets canceled. She starts flipping out. She's like, this is the damn Uber. Like, she had a very weird conspiracy, like Uber was like messing because I was doing a Lyft pool. So she starts going off on this theory that like Uber is trying to like get after her, right? And I'm like, you're kind of nuts. Like, you know, they could have just canceled, right? We get back on the highway, the freeway. We get back on the freeway, and then ding, another one. We get off the freeway.
Oh no.
Same thing happens. They cancel right before we get there.
Crazy.
And so she's going off, right? And I'm like, I'm in the back, like, yo, what the fuck? Like, maybe she's got to, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
So we keep riding. We get back on the freeway. And then, we're getting close. We get off. We got going through the neighborhoods. And all of a sudden, she, like, turns the radio off and just goes, and then just turns to me and goes, did you just fart? I swear to God. I go, no. And so she rolls the window down and sticks her head out the window on some Ace Ventura shit.
Really?
I can't make this shit up, bro. So she has her head out the window, and I'm in the back texting my friends like, yo, you have no idea what I'm going through right now, right? I'm dying laughing. So she's kind of like pressing me. I farted. I'm like, yo, I did. Like, I start laughing. I'm like, it didn't fart. Like, it doesn't even smell at all.
I should have told her it was her upper lip.
So, oh my God. So, bro, finally we make it back to my place. She pulls into my neighbor's driveway. So
Yeah.
I immediately get out the car. I'm like, yo, thank you. Thank you so much. Right. I walk around the front of the car and she starts driving, almost hits me. Like I kind of had to like jump up on the hood. Oh, I'm sorry. Like, I was like, what the fuck? I almost got ran over. That was the worst. The absolute
That's
worst.
insane. I mean, I've never had anything. I don't really fuck with Uber and shit that much. You know what I'm saying? I don't really like other people driving for me. If I'm in a car, I like to drive myself.
You like to be in control.
I feel that.
I like to be in
that's-
control because I hate. I will be a backseat driver. Like if
Yeah.
I was in the backseat of a car, granted, your scenario, the dude was deaf, so I doubt it would have helped much. But if we're going 45 miles an hour in nearly the fast lane, I'm in his ear like, bro, you need to either speed up or get going. You know, that's the
tried.
type of person I am. You know what I
no-
mean? But in my few times with Uber, I have had some hilarious scenarios. One Emerson College night when we were, just hanging out, taking a couple breaks, as they say. And it was mad late. I'm fucking fried. And it was like 2 a.m. And me and Andy are going to we ordered an Uber back to where my car was parked.
Uh-huh.
Bro, we hopped into this dude's whip and he's just like, what are you doing? We thought it was the Uber and it fucking wasn't.
Oh my God. You just jumped in his car?
Bro was in the backseat and he's like, no. And I'm like, no what, bro? Like, what are you talking about? Was not the Uber. So that was a pretty horrifying
my
experience.
God.
Especially being that I've had that happen to me. At
People have
UMass,
jumped in your car?
Where people have gotten into my car,
Yeah.
blackout drunk kids getting in my car and this isn't my Uber. And I'm like, no, bro, get the fuck out of my whip. So I understand their frustration, you know
my
what I
God.
mean? But I think probably the worst, it wasn't necessarily the Uber ride itself. It was more so afterwards. So another story, I was in Emerson, snowy day, I couldn't drive into town. We're like, fuck it, let's Uber back. I put the address in, boom, we're good. Instead of bringing me to Quincy, it brings me to the same address in Boston. And we're in Roxbury or some shit. And he's like, all right, we're here. And I'm like, no, you're not. This is not where I'm getting off. What the fuck are you talking about? So he was pissed at me. He's like, what the you know what I'm saying? You're wasting my time type
Yeah.
shit. And I was like, bro, my bad. But
Wait, you punched in the wrong address?
I was the right address, wrong city. It was in Boston instead of Quincy.
Oh.
I know. So I was like, fuck. So, bro, we get back. We get and mind you, it's snowing out. It's 0 degrees. And then he just drops us off in Quincy Center, just pissed off and everything. And, bro, I was waiting for you to come pick me and Andy up in Quincy Center. And we were out there for a half hour in the 0 degree temperatures. And I was like, bro, I'm going to die out here. But I ended up not dying. And you came and saved
Came
the
in
day.
the clutch, baby.
Exactly. But those are probably the two worst experiences I've had. Nothing directly from the drivers themselves, but just
Seems like a lot of miscommunication.
a lot of a lot of
Miscommunication
unfortunate
is the
events.
worst.
Yeah, it really was. Hopefully, you didn't have as bad of an experience as we did, though.
I've had some bad ones.
Really?
Because I used to Uber a lot, just different houses to drink or Uber into Boston. But so I was trying to figure out the worst one.
Mhm.
None of them have been awful. I've been pulled over in one before.
Mhm.
That was just kind of awkward.
Yeah.
He was bummed that he got a ticket, and I was just sitting there this sucks. But I was thinking, the most common trend I realized is that the weirdest ones that I've had and the worst ones were all in Florida. Anytime I was there, yeah. There was one driver picks me up in this, he's a, classic Florida redneck, dirt red truck, and he starts putting on his son's mixtape. But it's not a mixtape. It's more that guy is I made out with every girl in the world.
Yeah.
Krispy Kreme or something like
Yeah.
that. It's essentially that. It's redneck music about this the worst shit. And he's like, isn't that sick? And I'm like, yeah. And he starts telling me about guns, gives me his business card to take gun lessons with him at his house. And I was like, this is not cool. But he was friendly, so I'll
At
give it
his
that.
house?
It was just
That's pretty
it
lit.
was really weird. I guess the worst experience was there were two cars right in front of each other. We called say a black Corolla or something.
Yeah.
We go up into it. Me and my friends are laughing. We pull open the door. There's this guy sitting in the front seat. He goes, what the fuck? And he's got two guns right in the shotgun seat as I open it. And we're like, this isn't the Uber. And he's like, get the fuck out of here. And we just dipped.
Yo.
We just dipped. We were trying to go to Universal. So like it was right around that area. And it was just opening to see two guns. And he's like, what the fuck are you doing? We're like,
Oh
so
my
we just
God.
dipped. And the Uber driver calls me. He's like, where are you guys? And we're like, we ran away. Sorry, like I gotta cancel. Like we had to go.
We ran away.
We ran away.
Like it's
I don't blame you though.
that was pretty intimidating. But like, other little things, like the more I think about it, it's just like one time my sister threw up all in an Uber, had to pay the $250 fine. One time my Uber kept taking the wrong turn. Like I thought she was actually trying to kidnap me. Like it was like the GPS would be there. I said, the GPS is delayed. And I literally said to her, I was like, no, it's not. Like, no, take this left now. All in Florida. It's just like this crazy lady, you know?
Fuck that.
I've had a lot of bad Uber experiences, but like, I feel like at the same time, I've also given a lot of shitty experiences.
Yeah, I've definitely.
evens out.
Like bringing my
definitely
sister.
done
I'll just
that.
come in with the boys. We're screaming. We're like, come on, we can squeeze. And they're like, get the fuck out.
Yeah, I know.
You literally cannot do
That's
this.
the
And I'm like,
true
wow,
one.
you're a loser, dude. Like
having the person lay
So,
across everyone's lap in the back seat.
Yeah,
Yeah, we've all been there
I
before.
think, the early days of Uber,
It's tough.
before it was like you knew what the word was, it was like, all right, this car seats 4, there's like 6 of us. Nah, just lap up, you'll be fine. It's like, no, you can't do
Yeah.
that.
can't do it.
I remember Dino and I was where this dude had like he was like, he said he had a Prius, and then there was this truck, like this massive truck, just like chilling where the Uber said he was.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, I know for damn sure this dude doesn't have his shit as like long as a Prius. And he was like screaming at me and Dino, like, you know what I'm saying?
Get in.
He's like, get in. Like, what are you doing? I'm like, bro, this isn't the right whip. Bro, he's whipping us home. And the whole time, me and Dino and this dude, we were just talking mad shit to each other. The Uber driver was pissed at us. We were pissed at him. I was like, fuck you. Like, you know what I mean?
Wow.
Like, he brought us to where we needed to go. So it was a good time at the end.
Here's the thing. I've been on the other side. I actually drove for Lyft for several
you
months.
did, didn't
yeah.
you?
Yeah.
I never had anybody throw up, which was great. I was pretty lenient. Like if I did it at UMass a bunch of times, and all the 6 of you get in the back, just piling on.
facts.
Real quick.
Yeah, I can always get a tip from that. But
No, definitely.
the one thing I really hated was when someone set their pickup spot as like the middle of a huge intersection where it's like there's nowhere for me to pull over at all, and it's like, yeah, I'm right here. Like, yeah, I see you, buddy, but it's a green light, so where do you want me to go, type of thing.
Yeah.
Or you call them and they're like, yo, like I'm here. And then you'd have to wait for like 10 minutes. It's like, yo, come on, dude.
Yeah.
Low key, I'd like look at the timer, and as soon as it's like, if it, goes over, I'd see you next trip.
No,
I wouldn't,
real, bro.
I would give them the benefit of the doubt if they answered. But
Yeah, I do miss those days though of like probably like our freshman year of college, right when Uber was really like sort of in their foundation.
Coming up.
It's
Yeah.
funny. I was just gonna say that the last time I remember taking taxis was my freshman year.
Never had
of
to do
college.
it, thank
I
God.
remember like one party specifically where everybody packed into the taxi and they got out and some guys like just didn't pay, and me and my boys were just freaking out, like. Just classic college, like, oh, you tough guy shit.
Yeah.
But I remember this is the last time I was in the taxi. I was pissed about it because I was like, I never
taxis
got
are
money for
hella
that.
expensive, bro.
I
Yeah.
hope they were. And then Uber came along a couple months later, or the next semester maybe, because that was a Halloween party. So next semester, your freshman year then would have been
Uber
the first
pulled up
time
hard.
Uber started.
Yeah,
And it was clutch. It changed the game,
It
really.
changed the fucking game. I never had to
Absolutely.
call a taxi. I remember people always bitching about that being
Taxis
like,
were tough.
like having to orchestrate calling taxi. I called a taxi once. I remember, I think for like homecoming the year after I graduated because there was
no
no
Ubers.
Ubers. Yeah, but like that was
Something
about
that never
it.
have I ever. Just off the bat, never have ever taken a taxi.
Ooh,
I
I'm
think,
taking
other than
taxis.
being a young kid and or being overseas and stuff like that, the only time I've taken a taxi rather recently was I was in Vegas, and we left the hotel. I'm following my buddy Aaron because he's been to Vegas many times, and you leave the hotel and there's a line to get
Yep.
cab stand or whatever, and without even thinking, we hop in. We go literally a mile and a half, almost 2 miles down the strip to like another casino. It's $25. I said
Yeah.
to Aaron, I'm like, dude, what the hell was that? I was like, on the way back, I'm calling a Lyft. It was like $7.99.
Yep.
I'm like, he's like, yo, you're paying for the next like 3 rides.
Yep.
Like, word.
I actually had one of the best Uber drivers in Vegas. I feel like they're just good people. They're just like, hey, welcome to Vegas. Like, let me show you the strip. And he's just, telling us all this
Oh,
things.
Yeah.
the
This guy's
lift,
vibe,
the taxi. The
but-
dude had those gloves that like cut off where your fingertips are.
Oh, yeah.
God.
White
Bad
knuckle
sound.
on
Oh,
dude,
God.
white knuckle on the steering wheel. We almost got into an accident when he tried to switch into the left lane. Yeah. It was insane. It was like this
Insane.
Unless you go to
Fucking
New York
taxis.
City, I suppose.
Yeah, I support the
Taxis
New
will
York
be
City
there all the
taxis.
time.
The rest of them, I don't really fuck with. I'm
awful.
good.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you guys have any crazy Uber stories, crazy Lyft stories, definitely let us know. I would love to hear them. And vice versa. If you've ever driven and you've had some
Definitely.
Jake
share
Liberties
'em.
in the back seat, or not even Jake, Jake's sister in the back seat, some crazy stuff, we'd love to hear all about it. But hope you guys have a wonderful day. Stay blessed. Peace.